What's going on, guys? My name is Yasta, and welcome to video number 2 of my LEGO Harry Potter Summer 2020 Analysis Series. Now, this is a 6-part series, and this is part 2. If you haven't seen part 1, which is the Room of Requirement set, be sure to check that out. It is the most recent video on my channel other than this one. Now, this is going to be the buildable Hedwig set, which is just called Hedwig, and it retails for $40 and has 630 pieces, where it is actually going to be the Barnes & Noble exclusive of this wave. Now, I don't believe LEGO has done this before with Harry Potter. They've had some sets released early at Barnes & Noble's, but never a Barnes & Noble straight-up exclusive. So that is cool to see here. I believe we did get Incredibles brickheads a couple years back that were exclusive to Barnes & Noble, but this is the first Harry Potter boxed set. Now, again, this has 630 pieces, going to retail for $40, where it releases August 1st in the United States and June 1st all over the world. Now, for the characters that you get inside of this set, you, of course, get a smaller version of Hedwig, like they do with the Porg and the Yoda and BB-8, etc. This is kind of like one of those Star Wars builds, and it is, in fact, the same new mold of Hedwig that you can get in the polybag. So if you don't feel like spending $40, you can go ahead and get him for $5, which is cool. But the draw of this set, if you're a minifigure collector, is going to be this exclusive Harry figure, and it's going to be him in one of the earlier years. He uses one of his younger face prints, and he has the smile, and he has the brand new hairpiece that's not so new anymore, but it was introduced in 2018. He's also using some blue hands here, and he has short legs as well as his standard colored wand. Now for Hedwig first, let's take a look at the stand. Now Hedwig comes on this little stand which has some alternating Gryffindor colors where you have the translucent red and yellow, and there is also a little sticker or print, I'm not positive, that says Hedwig on the bottom, and that 2x2 piece with the stud on the top I assume is going to be if you want to put the smaller Hedwig there to be displayed with his larger counterpart. Now for the stand itself, the part that's holding him up, you can see at the bottom it is on a ball joint, so you can adjust the stand a little bit, which is very cool. And there is also a letter, which I'm pretty sure those are stickered pieces, unfortunately. But in the middle, there is a really cool sticker of the Hogwarts seal. So it just looks like this little letter here. And it is in a pretty small area, but I really like it. And you can also get his talons towards the bottom to grip onto the letter. Now, there's also a little crank towards the back that I think is pretty discreetly hidden. And if you want to turn that crank, then the main play feature of the set is that you can make his wings flap up and down. Now, I believe Hedwig will not be detachable from this stand because the crank is at the bottom, and it wouldn't really make sense to detach him and then just not have the play feature. So I think he is going to be stuck onto the stand, if you know what I mean. I'm sorry, that's a little bit confusing, but I don't think you're going to be able to take him off. Now, for the build of Hedwig itself, it's honestly phenomenal what they were able to do here. The amount of detail that was captured in such a small $40 build is incredible. You can see they use a lot of the smaller curved 1x1 pieces, and taking a look at his tails in the back, I don't know exactly the terms of what they're called. I'm not a huge bird person, but his little tail towards the back looks phenomenal. Now, also, the wings are very well sculpted on, and you can see in this photo that I'm showing you right here, it kind of resembles how you can flap the wings up and down, and it looks like the wings, you'll be able to flap them up and down on their own, but it will be made easier with the usage of the crank. Now, I was saying earlier, I don't think he's going to be able to detach from the stand, and I still stand by that point. See what I did there? Stand by that point. But anyways, it doesn't look like there's an easy way to just lift him off, especially because it looks like his talons are gripping the letter too. It just looks like it's going to be pretty sturdily on there. So it's not going to be like one of the Star Wars sets where you can take him on and off the stand. Anyways, look at the side view of Hedwig. You can see his head a little bit better in this one, and I do believe that his eyes are printed because LEGO doesn't usually put stickers on the spherical pieces or the non-flat ones, if you know what I mean, the ones with a texture to them. And there are little bits to his wings that you can fold up and down manually. I assume that those won't be able to be moved around with the crank, if you can see what I mean, way towards the end. And I think his little tails will have some adjustability to them too, because it looks like they are on hinges. And from the side view of this set, you can kind of see where the crank comes into play a little bit later, and it does look like it is inside of his body for the crank, and there is a gear function in there. And so again, not going to be able to detach him from the stand. I'm 99% sure of it. And then if you also look at his head, it's a little bit hard to see in this image, but it is on a ball joint, I believe, so you will be able to move around his head. Now, what do I think of this set? At first, I was kind of skeptical when I heard that there was going to be a $40 buildable Hedwig. I thought there wouldn't be enough detail that was able to be captured in such a small set, but honestly, looking at this now, it's quite incredible. For minifigure collectors, there's an exclusive minifigure in here. It's an easy way to get the little new Hedwig mold, even though there is an easier way, but still, you can get them in here. And also the build of the set itself is really cool. I like the function that they were able to put in, and it looks really clean, especially look at this bird's eye view of Hedwig. Again, see what I did there? It's a bird and bird's eye. I'll stop it with the corniness. Anyways, this will be an instant day one pickup for me. I might even try to get the set early because if you guys didn't know, they're going to be released in June everywhere else across the world. Anyways, what do you guys think of this set? Please let me know in the comment section down below. I'm very interested to hear what you guys have to say about this one. Also, we're really close to 600 subscribers, so if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. It would mean the world to me, and you will get notifications about the new LEGO Harry Potter sets that I'm going to be covering for the rest of today. So there is going to be one more video today, and then 3 tomorrow. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you later. Yasta out.